there are many things. It's sometimes it feels as if it's who you know in the industry that will get you further on. I would definitely say if anyone is hoping to become an artist, to do a lot more networking, make sure you do your research, make sure you find out exactly how much you need to spend, etc., on producing, mixing, mastering, promoting your work, how much the distribution of things will cost, and all the rest of it, because it does cost. It costs a lot.
Count the cost
financially. And I think unfortunately for music, it's a bit of a Russian roulette. You don't know what's going to make a hit, what's going to be popular until you put it out. So you might have spent a couple grand or 4,000 on putting out your single and only get 30 quid back.
Affinity Extra, be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Extra.
Yo, people, this is your boy here, Roger Moore, and Affinity Extra, celebrating gospel music of black origin. Yes, I said black. I don't really care if you don't like it black. You know what I'm saying? Boy, it's black. I know somebody kind of beat me up the other day. Said, oh, Roger, like, why are you doing something about gospel isn't black, it isn't a colour? Well, it is a colour when somebody's trying to teeth who it is anyway. So we want to identify it as black style because we're going to gatekeep the blessed form of Afrocentric way of communicating the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yeah, and we want to gatekeep that. We want to make sure we celebrate that, make people know, say that we originated, but we praise God for everybody getting involved with it, man. That's just how we do it, man. We're not blocking nobody. We're just saying how we run things, yeah. And we know we're great people out there still anyway. But now I'm bigging up that we're the great things anyway. So yeah, and I'm with a guest that I'm meeting in the flesh. No, we met before, but we're gonna chat more than 30 seconds in the flesh. You know what I mean? And it is Priscilla Bailey.
Hey. Hi, Roger.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll be knocking out them dulcet tones from Birmingham accent. We'll be kicking through in it by the time we finish off this conversation still, you know what I mean? We'll work it, man, people. We'll work it, man. But nah, 100%. Just want to introduce people, you know, I just think that, you know, being a UK gospel artist is not as straightforward. There's no real map. There's no great pathway. There's no do this and you'll be successful, which Correct. For me is a major problem. I believe that success can't be done so easy wherever you go. But I do feel that in the gospel music world, the pathways are not that easy. And I'm working with talking to an artist who's we're gonna touch base of a background. But I just really think the theme for me for this is, you know, it's not easy to be a UK gospel artist, and I think sometimes whether it's from the media standpoint of view, or whether it's a promoter standpoint of view, you know what I'm saying, or whether it's an artist point of view who you work with. I think we sometimes forget how tough the journey is, and sometimes just because you have a great surname, just because your hair works well with certain chemicals, you know what I'm saying, just put it out there, you know, and because you are part of a certain tribe or whatever, you know, grouping of people, you know what I mean, you seem to get great success. But when you're not outside of that, you just want to get the gospel, you want to be successful because you want to just you express your journey to the world, and it just seems hard here in the UK. So I feel like that vibe is going to come out today. But I'm with the lovely Priscilla, who's going to go through her journey. And the reason why I want to know, because people have to understand the journey, what it takes to be this person right now. That, you know, I just seen that performance. Yeah, vibes, you know. Tuning was nice, you know what I'm saying, you know, the tonality was nice. Yo, it's one of the ones where I said, boy, where can I record that, you know what I'm saying, you know, sis, you know, I am a heavy, anyone who knows me, I record people and I tell my virgin after, boy, that person lick off some tune, you know, that kind of went off a tune, and you know what I mean, and I'll say it straight, you know, and my biggest frustration is a lack of vocal quality in the UK gospel right now. And you may go, oh, what you on about, Roger? What are you on about? Well, people are playing tracks and singing on top of it, so that's what I'm talking about anyway. So this, if you take offense, obviously you do it. But I would say it's amazing to hear a beautiful voice like yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like dropping some neo, you know. People don't know. I love my neo. We're not talking about neo, the artist. Let it go, people. But you're saying we're talking about neo soul. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that didn't give away my age, but
it doesn't matter, you know.
Get a rim
really
shot in there.
Matter. Good music's good music.
You get 2 rim shots and thing. You know, I know when there's the people. You know what I'm saying? Code for the people that know. Right. So, talk to me, sis. You know what I mean? Singing, gospel soul, sister. You know what I'm saying? You know, when did you know or what? Like, when did you know you were singing? Were you one of them ones that were winning all the competitions at school? You know what I'm saying? Or whatsoever, and just trashing, you know what I mean? Do the musical, you know what I mean? You know, Beauty and the Beast musical. Do you know what stuff? Was you that guy? Was it?
Nah, none of that. What? It's just, it's a funny journey, actually. When I became a Christian in 2001, I just felt that God was laying on my heart that he wanted me to sing for him. And then I was getting confirmation from people at church. Do you sing? I'm like, no. And this is before I even sang a note. And then
hold on. So, yo, people that sounded crazy to me still. 1 second, you didn't sing at all. And people just like, yo, come to you, listen.
Yeah,
yo.
I would be talking just like we're talking now. And then suddenly they'd just be like, do you sing? I'm like, no.
This lady's got some crazy calling in her life, you know. You know what I'm saying? People don't even say, thus saith the Lord. They said, yo, when you ready, we're ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But up until that point, I mean, I do have memories of when I was little, and my gran used to kind of teach me hymns and stuff because she was a worship leader in her church. She used to sing in the choir at church. And
she used to sneak them in.
She
sneak them and said, listen, bring her on.
So she was getting me ready. She'd be like teaching me like hymns and stuff.
Prepare for Jesus.
Yeah,
man.
So it wasn't until
Okay.
I did dabble.
Here's him.
No.
Yes,
and then I dabble.
Was it Amazing Grace? You know
it was all of them.
Was it all of them?
I can't even remember half of them, to be fair, because I was young at the time. I was about 5. So
crowning man, whatever. Crowning
man. It's just
so
you
people,
name it.
I'm showing
name it. She used to push me at the front and go on then, go on. Sing.
Oh, so your grandma took you to church?
My gran took me to church when I went to visit her because she lived in Manchester, and so anytime.
Okay. Was it a big church?
No, it was quite a small Pentecostal church actually.
It's Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Okay, lively.
It was very.
Do you remember the name of it?
Emmanuel Pentecostal.
Emmanuel Pentecostal.
Yeah, in my side.
My side.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I'm smiling, Manchester. You know, I love you, Manchester. You know the one there. So big up to my man DJ Mello. You know how you know me. See my side.
My side. That's where my mum's
from. Crazy.
Yeah.
So you would go up there summer holidays.
Summer holiday times, yeah, or Easter or whatever. Yeah, Mum used to take me up there, and I used to stay with my gran a couple of days or whatever. And yeah, so it was my gran's influence, I feel. But then, you know, later on, I was too shy anyway. I'm a bit of an introvert, if I'm honest. But
come on now.
As a teenager, I'd love to sing, but I was more like a closeted singer. So I wouldn't even like share any of my singing with any of my friends or anything. And then, like I said, I committed my life to Jesus. I became a Christian in 2001. And then through various ways and means.
Right, people love skirts over childhood, like it doesn't prepare you for your vocal wave, you know, style. So I'm gonna pause it before because everybody goes, you know what I'm saying, everybody goes and focuses after Christ, you know what I'm saying, and then all of a sudden my skills of musicianship and my vocal cords come out. I know, say, what were your influences as a teenager? What was you singing? What you singing?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come on.
I didn't really focus that much on my voice, even though I love to sing.
Okay, what music was your influence?
I was into so many things. Like my mom was an avid like record collector.
Okay,
so
vinyl.
she collected a lot of vinyl.
Okay.
And I would listen to her Motown collection and all kinds of records that she had from like, you know, 1960s, 70s, 80s. We had smash hit. I think it was smash hits or something.
Wow.
It was all kinds of records that I was listening to, and just looking and reading through the lyrics or singing through the lyrics. And that was just a major thing for me. So I think I got the love of music from my mom growing up. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
But
sweet.
I was a dancer, if I'm honest, especially during the 90s was my heyday. And I used to go clubbing with my friends. And
See, actually bringing the clubbing without me even introducing it. You know what I'm saying? She said, I used to club. You know what I'm saying?
90s R&B and soul was my thing. During that time.
Okay. So you weren't going to the dance hall way. You were more into.
No, I wasn't. No, that wasn't really my thing. But
it's more bourgeois.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I think around that time, Bad Boy and all the rest of it had taken over, and it was
for real. Yeah, that time, man, and MTV Base.
All of that.
MTV. Do you remember the Box channel? The Box channel.
Sounds familiar.
And it was like where you had all the musicals on there, and cable TV.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Sorry, people, if you didn't realize we're similar era, so we can just bounce off each other like that.
Yeah. So if I'm honest, when I did become a Christian, I thought I'd be a dancer for God. If I'm honest, because I was always dancing, I was doing different moves and all the rest of it, and choreography. I used to always force my cousins and friends to kind of do a little choreography for my family, and we just set up a little mini stage, and we're like,
so you're that person who leads everybody when it comes to the electric slide. Are you that person?
No.
Wait.
I was in the electric slide today, I must admit. We had a little bit of a session outside, and I joined it.
You're the person who leads it. Said, no, you say how you do it. You got.
No, I don't correct anyone. I just enjoy it. Anytime there's music, I will dance. Believe you me. But yeah.
Okay. No, that's cool. Because sometimes we think that our creativity when it comes to Christianity is not influenced by our sights and seen as a child, and I think that even the style of music that you come across really reflects your not so much childhood, because the music is relatable to what everybody who's there. I've just seen people screw face like yo, I'm saying, really into your tunes. And I think that sometimes we get so caught into God's brought me this, I'm going to get my guitar out and go, I give thanks. And, it's a great song. And it really isn't like that, There's no point, God, giving us creativity and we're not being creative with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Precisely.
So, yeah. And then a lot of times as black people as well, we think we almost have to change ourselves coming into Christ, and actually change our sound and our style, our expression, you know what I'm saying? To do what we love, do what God's blessed us with, you know what I'm saying, which is obviously your vocals. So in 2001, is it?
Yeah,
you got saved. You won. So that's quite young, and at the same time, So you wasn't a big person. You was quite young.
Yeah, I was still quite young.
You know what I'm saying? You're quite young. No, we're not giving out your wages anyway. So, but, you know what I'm saying? But it was, because sometimes when people get saved, I'm thinking that when you said I was thinking you get saved something like 2012 or something like that. So you know what I'm saying? I said, okay, cool. So you taste the word. Was there anything really pulled you? Was there some sort of experience that pulled you to Christ, or was it a case of you just like this? You know what? I'm not about this life. Or was it a message, or was it cry for a dollar on TV or something like that? Still, these things happen.
Yeah, it was a series of things, because as I said, I loved going out clubbing, dancing with my friends, and I started to enjoy that less and less. I didn't understand why, but I'd say the love for it just started to kind of disappear, and it was starting to get boring. It's like every week we're going to the same places.
Oh, wow.
And we're doing the same stuff, and having a few drinks, all the rest of it, and it was just, none of that was even taking effect on me anymore. It got to that point, and I just remember just sitting in my room just thinking about life, and getting really deep and thinking, well, what's the point of life? What's my purpose? And funny enough, shortly after, I'd met someone on a bus who we used to go to the same school, secondary school, and he said that he'd become a Christian. And
Crazy.
Literally just telling me like that God spoke to him, and you know, he felt that he needed to change his ways and all the rest of it. And I was sitting there going, what? God speaks.
Crazy.
So he says, I know. You could tell like from my confusion, like he was like, yeah, God does speak to people. And I was like, he says, yeah, like you're speaking to me and I'm speaking to you. And I was like, huh? So all that was going on. And as I was pondering that when I was at home, and you know, my life just seems to be going round and round in circles. If I'm honest, there was no kind of end point. There was no A to B. I didn't have any plans. I was still pretty young. I still didn't know what I wanted to do in my life either. And I just thought, you know, as time progressed, I did mask a lot of things, especially depression and things like that with the drinking and the partying. So I think that was starting to surface, and then it was just, I got to a point where it was just getting a bit, you know, not too great. And I just cried out. I didn't even know where it came from. It was just like, what is the point? You know, I'm trying to make myself happy and I can't make myself happy. I'm trying to fill my life with things and it's not, nothing's working. And then, the following week, I was asked to go to church and I just accepted the invitation.
Crazy.
Yeah, I accepted the invitation. But yeah, God spoke to me actually in that time as well, which was just, again, mind-blowing. But, you know, just saying that, there is a different way of life.
My goodness sake, yo. So that's kind of cool still. You ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of, hey, you know what still, you know what people, this is why you have to sow seeds into children, man. You know, as much as them hymns were probably dry, crusty, you thinking why are we singing these old songs? You know, Amazing Grace, you got songs like Crown, you know, you got so many hymnals, yeah. As soon as you start My Jesus, I Love Thee, you know what I mean, Urbana Salvation, different things sound like this. Sometimes it just takes one element. You almost are programmed to look to the sky. You know what I'm saying? You know, when in despair, you look up and you look up when you could be because he's programming whatever, but I believe them things are embedded in you. So when you go through that time, when you get to that stage when the billows roll and you're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We stand firm in times that, you know what I mean? All these things, you're thinking, yo, something's, and this is why it's important, you know, for us to sow the right seeds, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's crazy cool.
And I tell you how God prepared me to sing, because I used to smoke cigarettes and other things, but I used to smoke cigarettes.
We're cool out here, sis, man. Yeah, that thing, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't a very good smoker. Obviously,
you get more cred around here if you smoke. Sorry, people. No. I've never smoked in my life. And that's the truth.
I used to smoke cigarettes, and I remember I was getting really stressed. I don't know if it's something to do with work. I'd just recently become a Christian, and I remember just feeling really stressed about something, and I went to the service station around the corner.
Yeah, man.
Bought a packet of 10 cigarettes. And I just felt like God was saying, Marlboro Lights. Lights. I wasn't even a very good smoker, I have to admit. It was like I could hear God saying, throw them away. And I was like, come on, God. I've just bought them.
Come on, God.
I just bought them, you know, like I'm really stressed and, you know, this will calm me down. But
you having a fag break.
I kind of just, I thought, right, because I kept feeling as if it was this pressure in my chest, just like throw them away. And so I did. And as soon as I got home, there was such a sense of peace over me, and I didn't feel like I needed to smoke again. And I'm telling you, a few months later, it felt like it was a very short period of time, but I was asked at church if I could join the worship team.
Prepare your heart, prepare your throat. Prepare your lungs.
He was preparing my lungs. He was preparing my lungs because I used to speak really deep. I had like a Marge Simpson voice.
Oh, Lord.
It was really deep.
Yeah.
And so, I went for voice training and then I joined a worship team.
Okay, there's some good pointers right there, people. But what we'll say is like going to the cigarette. But that's really cool because like not in terms of you wasting money in a packet, and not the fact that basically you saved up so much money afterwards from not smoking that you could actually go on holidays every year. Anyway, we'll focus too much on the financial and the benefits on your lungs, but we're gonna I think it's really it's good for people to hear, because I think sometimes some habits you don't lose them like that, but it's still good to hear people testify that what I got to a point where boom. Okay, it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just like, nah. It is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And it's just put it, and it's detrimental for your body. People smoking is, and
it is,
and it is a form of escapism, and it's destructive escapism. And there's ways to escape sometimes where we at, and there's nothing wrong with escapism. Our escapism is sometimes going to play football, going to the gym just to come out, but it's positive for my body.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So as Christians, we encourage positive escapism, but that's something what people do to escape their trials. And as you said, you talk about masks as well, the mask that you have. So was you going around and people thinking you're such a lovely person, but you really at home like not saying the mask, but what was it? Because obviously we both watched The Mask.
Oh yeah,
you remember The Mask?
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
people. For people,
like
we kind of again watch the same programs at the same time. You know what I'm saying. So.
I did wear a
31,
mask.
by the way.
I did wear a mask. I was very, like I said, I was going through a lot of kind of inner turmoil, and but I'd have this smile on my face. It'd be like behind closed doors. It was just like this constant like rage and turmoil and everything else going on. And then as soon as I opened the door, it's like, hi everyone, how's it going? And I think that's the sad thing about things like depression, and if anyone is going through any certain uncertainty in their lives, they never really show it, so you'll never really see the signs, unfortunately. And I remember there was a few incidences of people unaliving themselves, and people saying well, they didn't seem unhappy, but that's because they wear masks. They wear the mask. They don't want to worry the person that's closest to them. And a lot of the time they feel that they will be a burden if they share what's going on with them. For some, they just don't feel that there's any kind of solution, so there's just no point. And I think that's where I was as well. And I think this is why it was so, I don't know, sometimes I'm in wonderment as to how I'm still here, but God has a way of reaching us at the lowest of the lowest points in our lives.
Did it do you mind me asking, did it manifest, because you talk about like in depression or whatever, did it manifest itself in because when you go down about the depression, it's almost like a process. It's like a gateway into many outcomes in terms of suicidal, in terms of eating disorders, in terms of, so it manifested different stuff. Was there something that you felt like it was self-harm? So it's really, really complex in terms of depression, guys, because sometimes we feel like depression, just get, but really not. There's a knock-on effect of it. Did you find that there was a knock-on effect in that was happening at the time that you thought, whoa, this is I got to get a handle of this?
I know that was the end. Well, the end point was obviously thinking of what it is that I could do to just forget finish the problem. Up until that point, I was escaping, like I said, through partying and experimenting with other things. But there was just no solution. Whatever I tried just didn't seem to work. And I think this is how God sometimes gets us, is once we've reached the end of everything that we've ever tried in life, then it's like, try me. Which is basically what my coming to realization of him came from.
Remember old school song, man. Try
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
She smiled quick, you know. You know the old songs that Jesus. Oh, yeah, you know. Try.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
and if you got no musicians, you know, you can just start that thing anyway. You know what I mean? You try anything, but like, you know, and this is the beauty of creativity. This is the beauty of music, you know, because you know these things really bed in, and you know, God spoke to you through the young man who just gave his life for Christ. I know a few guys who went to school a bit older than yourself. You obviously yourself the more dare I say my age group, but anyway, and they got saved. I remember going to college with them, and next thing you know, you see me in the common room with all the man in them, and next thing you know, the Christians, you're like, what the heck is going on here? But that was a crazy period. When you go through this period where you're thinking, yeah, when you change, and I've been in church all my life, and I'm seeing these guys that are not in, you know, on God's is calling them. It's absolutely crazy. Really, really cool. So, you know, but now that's beautiful. And it's good to just spend time on the stage of your life which changed your life. You know what I'm saying? Forever. You know,
it did.
I'm saying forever. You know, it's a serious point, people.
It did.
You know, it's a serious point. You know, our parents, there's songs that grandparents. Sorry if I'm focusing on grandparent songs, but you know, when I was young, we used to sing songs where you remember the day that you got saved. They say, "Well, it was a Monday, it was a Tuesday, it was a Wednesday," and you remember that he took my sins away. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it was insignificant at a time where you actually said, "Yo, I'm taking this thing for real."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say it's going to be easy, which we're going to be talking about right now. But anyway, so 2001, you come true. Everyone saw the anointing over your life and said that, yo, this girl's a singer. Look at that. Yo, stick up that. But from the singing vibe. So you said something keen, you slid over it. I got a voice tutor. How many of us get a voice tutor before you go on the stage? Don't want to put us PA man out of business. You know the one there still, yeah, we have to press mute on your voice because it's like, bless the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But you actually went voice vocal training.
Yeah. So well, I kind of skipped over a lot, but yeah. So
Cool.
I got saved in 2001. It wasn't until about 3 years later that I started to develop my voice, and I was introduced to a lady called Martia Escoffery of the Escoffery sisters, who I didn't even realise at the time was was who she was.
Listen, absolute.
It still blows my mind today.
Like some gospel royalty right out there. Still, yeah,
she.
But she was a taskmaster as well.
No, she wasn't. You know, she really brought out my voice.
Come on, it's one like, okay, cool.
brought out my
Sorry,
voice.
sis, if you know, just assuming that all great.
She was so patient and so lovely, and she brought out my what we call my true voice. She said she doesn't want me to sound, try and sound like, some of the popular singers. She says she's met a lot of people that try to mimic like Whitney Houston's and all the rest of it. She wants my true voice. She wants Priscilla to sound like Priscilla. And so that always stuck with me.
Hold a second. Were you in the Midlands at this point?
I wasn't actually.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was thinking, now let's go up here. You know what I'm saying? Would not go out outside. I wouldn't go all the way down to London town. You know what I'm saying? So you was down south at the time?
I was down south, yeah. So I left Birmingham at the end of 2001. I went
get
to
saved
London.
and got run.
I went to, where I
big
ended
churches,
up.
yeah. Big churches. You just can't come into the big churches. You got budget.
I went down to, I lived in South London for a while, and I was working in Lambeth Council.
Okay.
And so I attended, Kensington Temple for a few years, and I was there for about 3 years, just working and serving God, really. So I met Martia through a friend. He recommended her as a vocal tutor, and she was absolutely fantastic. Yeah,
Crazy. That's crazy, man. So this is why you got a very cosmopolitan accent, because you done time up north, you done time in the Midlands. It don't time down south. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to work. When she talks something, I'm looking, watching the accent kind of like sway when she talk about money, and when she talk about home, back when you hear the tones going, whoa, coming there.
You know
and when
what?
he goes to London, he goes, you what? Anyway,
It's because my mom's from Manchester, and it. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she would have kept it swing. Yeah. So that's cool. Because that's what I'm just. And the thing is, I think, just a side note. Birmingham people like from our region, like meet Handsworth, our like generation, and going into the great bars, our accents more influenced by our parents than the local area. As much as we got the Birmingham toneology, but when you listen to the kids, the next generation coming through, they're Brummies, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're hardcore Brummies. I do know. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, I find that our parents' accents were born and our grandparents' accent were born us. So we talk different.
Yeah, it's true. In fact, I think I was told when I was younger to talk properly. That was all. What are you talking about? I talk properly. So yeah, I get that a lot.
My brother talked properly and I didn't. Guess who has the better job?
Oh dear.
But anyway, no. My brother was he talked proper. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so but you know it goes. You know, brother and sister, but siblings. But anyway, but now that's calm. So you getting tutored up. Yeah. You're getting a squeeze in the worship team. You know what I'm saying? And you're praising God. You're working hard, and then in the meantime, you're writing your double album.
So, oh gosh, yeah, it was funny because when I returned to Birmingham, because it was a short spell, I'd returned back to Birmingham, and I was still very much kind of a little bit closeted. I wasn't really singing like that before, not as a soloist or anything.
Cool.
So yeah, I'd do worship team. I'd come home, I could hear like melodies in my head all the time, and I was just constantly recording, and started to write a few things. It wasn't, if you look back now, you'd laugh because they were very amateur. Yeah. But you know, I was getting a lot of inspiration, so I felt and I was freestyling a lot, and so because I used to also love hip hop. So I play a lot of holy hip hop at home and do little scats and all the rest of it over it.
A bit of, you know, them one that's a cross movement, a leg cry,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Cross movement was
you
definitely,
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah. So I used to
talk about salvation anyway.
Pretend like I was like a Mary J. Blige, kind of like doing my little R&B.
We're from the same era. It's official. Anyway, so sorry.
Oh dear, yeah. So it kind of developed from there, but in the meantime, I was just, you know, I was doing outreach with the outreach team out on the streets in the city centre or wherever, and yeah, just singing in choir eventually.
Cool. And you're singing in a choir. With one of the special people, one of the people who were interviewed from our We County project, one of the most foundational people where we are in gospel music in Birmingham right now. You sang in a choir.
That's correct. Yeah, I sang in Birmingham Community Gospel Choir with Maxine.
You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Yeah, and you sang there for a while, innit?
I did, yeah. I always get the years mixed up. I believe it was 2008.
No. He wasn't in the choir. No. I thought somebody else from the choir there today. Was any people in the choir?
Yeah, there were.
Okay, so
it was like a reunion today. Yeah.
Oh my God, we did Jamaica T-shirt with the basketball. Yeah, it's cool. I'm sure he's in the choir now. But anyway, yeah.
I met a few ladies there that used to be in the choir. So yeah, it's phenomenal seeing their faces. But yeah, I was in there for quite a while, and it was lovely just to. I feel that was where I got some major training for my voice. Just like learning harmonies, like being on point, being in tune, of course, which is helpful.
Yeah.
But you know, I was asked to join. In fact, I was asked to join one section, which is the alto section. That was what I thought was my section. And then I got moved gradually to doing leading the choir, not leading the choir, but leading songs in the choir. And a lot of my songs started to become like soprano.
Maxine, we love you, sis. We love you. These sisters who are just picking out altar because they need to get push up there. You know, the one there still, yeah? Come on, man.
Now, Maxine was the one that was the taskmaster.
Yeah, this, okay. Yeah, me know that, man. Me know that. Me know. Trust me, me know that. You know, sorry, Maxine. You know, me love you. Me love you. But the thing is, that's another thing, you know what I mean? We've got too many lazy altars out here still, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Too many of it. You know what I'm saying? Outer section, you know what I mean? And you can beat me up. Big up to me more. But anyway, you can beat me up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just saying, you know, man, when you listen to them American choirs, you know what I mean? And you're like, and it's got to stage now, when you listen to American choirs, that my ladies, them that singing choirs will say, that's an American alto. Like, no, it's not. It's just an alto. It's just that they actually push their voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So push your voice, people, man. Stop lazies. I'm fed up with the alto section being full of ladies. Push back into the soprano. Push it up, you know what I mean? Push up your voice.
You know what? There's some beautiful kind of, you know, range within, you know, the women that I've heard. Very low voices and then, you know, medium and high. So... yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think we need more.
She niced it up for you people, yeah.
I think we need more men in the choir, to be fair.
Man don't sing.
Yes, they do. Or just all male voices. Absolutely, it's absolutely
100%,
beautiful.
100%. No, 100%. I think for me, I think a generation suffered because men were quicker to pick up the instruments and the ladies sang. You know what I'm saying? So but it's not like the men couldn't sing. It's just that they didn't sing because they were so good with the music instruments, so they had to play in the band. So you find that in the talent, but it is kind of changing now. I feel there is a lot of guys who sing tenor, alto, even soprano, man. So you know, so so there's that part of things. Praise the Lord. And but so that's fantastic. So you're in the choir there, so yeah. Now this is bouncing into a time when I first saw your name on the scene. Yeah. So I would have seen your name on a track, on a music video, on an artist. I've seen your name about the place. Yeah. On a single. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. And it's notable because I'm not Priscilla's not a highly used name, would you say?
No, it used to be popular probably back in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah. So it's quite unusual to see Priscilla. I'm not saying you shouldn't use the name, you know what I mean? But it's a name that kind of like, Priscilla. Okay, cool. And you know, and Priscilla and Bailey, you know, that's just man, Midlands all day long. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Priscilla Bailey, man, you know what I'm saying? Because my good friend is Daily, so Bailey, I know. I'm not saying that my wife's family's Baileys as well. So you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, no, Jamaican Baileys. No. But yeah, so I saw you sing out there. So you in a choir. I'm assuming that you slipped out a single at the same time.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Who inspired you to do that?
Well, I sang. In fact, it was from a conversation that I had with a lady called Juliet, who was also part of the choir, and we'd sang for a special on BBC Songs of Praise. And to be fair, it was really well received. And so, I was just talking to her about these songs that had been building up over time, and I didn't really know what to do with them. And she had a studio at her house, and she said that she actually records for her own kind of use. And so she invited me to her studio, and I just started to lay songs down. And in fact, I think my first song was laid down about 2014. I didn't release it. It was just kind of experiment just to see how I felt in the studio and all the rest of it. And then, I started to put down a few more songs. About 2016, I believe, that's when the Make the Best of It came out. Yeah, we wrote that really quick. It was about an hour, I think. I just heard this instrumental.
That's the music video one.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So my reason why I know Priscilla as an artist is because, and it's what music videos are cool like that. Again, Priscilla, know me from like, you know what I mean, at all. We'd never seen each other on the same bus. We never, you know what I mean? And we could have been, you know what I mean? But,
It's true.
you know what I'm saying? But, you know, yeah, we just, our circles didn't meet at all. And you know what I mean? And I was just sitting down there, and never forget this. I watched this video, and it was kind of cool because I was doing a lot of gospel videos in locally in the Midlands. And I thought, oh, yo, who shot this, man? It's kind of cool. And it was next to the street part, and it had like a, yeah, it was a neo vibe kind of thing. So yeah, I'm just remembering.
It was like a funk kind of bass.
Yeah. It was something where I thought, hold on, this is big people music. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, because I work with a lot of hip hop and everything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and when I say hip hop, rap or whatever, rap with the youngsters is different to rap to when you know what I mean,
of
big
course,
people rap. You know, so I recognised it, and then what happened here? So what happened after that?
So it's really weird because at the time I had done a lot of like neo soul kind of tracks, like I Believe in Love, and you know, a few of the tracks that were similar. I did like a couple of up tempo, and then I didn't really know what else to put out. And I remember talking to Juliet's husband, who's the producer, and he was playing some of his instrumentals, and I just said, that one, I like that one. So both of us. Me and
Juliet's surname is
Farrell.
Farrell, yeah, man. So anybody who knows what I know, you know what I mean, Sister Farrell, you know what I'm saying? You know, again, that's another name that I've seen in a lot of things as well.
Yeah,
still, you know what
she's
I'm
been going a
so
long
her husband,
time.
you know what I'm saying? So her husband had some rhythms, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Some soul in rhythms, and you would say, you know, which producers are meant to, you know, we set it up.
So I mean, it wasn't even set in stone like what I was meant to be doing with these songs. It was like, oh, do you want to bring out an EP? Do you want to bring out an album? I was like, I don't know, we'll just do an EP. It was very laxy-daisy because I didn't really know. And then, I heard this tune and I was like, I like that one. And then, me and Juliet just got to it and we recorded it. It was about, I'd say, hour, 2 hours. That song was laid down, and then we did the video. The video was just like done in a day, very cheap. It doesn't look cheap though, does it? It looks wonderful.
Sis, as videographers do amazing things with a couple hundred quid.
I'm telling you.
So
we went to the skate park. We asked a few of the youngsters if they'd like to get involved, and they were like, yeah. So they did their thing, and we went to a few locations, but it was a really good experience.
Cool. So, for the sounds of things, you released the EP?
The EP was released in 2016, and that was the song off
the EP. Okay, so that was and that was on CD.
Yes, it was on CD.
So, sorry guys, I'm asking this detail because you know people on CD. You know what I'm saying? And is it available now on all digital networks?
Yes, it is.
Okay, beautiful for that. So just in case you want to check, guys, you know, I'll make sure I put some links in there still. Yeah. So, okay, so 2016. What did you just tour it for a few years? What happened? Because I'm just seeing your journey as, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So explain to me what happened after that.
So it's funny because actually it eclipsed one of the groups that Juliet was a part of called Chosen. So I had featured on one of their tracks. Their tracks, I think, was on
true.
On my EP, and so I was kind of helping them during that time as well. And then I went to university, and there was a lot going on. So I went to university. Let me see. Yes, I was at university. My mum was very unwell.
Okay.
And so it was just a lot going on. This is where there was a bit of a dip, but I kept writing.
That's what people don't realize, you know, sis. You know what I mean? They don't know. They don't appreciate. And I just want to really hit that point there still, you know, there's learning points in this conversation because, you know, sometimes we don't see artists do something, and as industry people we go, oh, they're meant to hit something once every 6 months, and if you don't do that you won't become a famous artist. But sometimes life is life.
Life did life for me.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Crazy.
definitely did.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was still kind of mourning the loss of my father in 2013. And because I was really, I was a daddy's girl. And so, but to get through it, I mean, music was the therapy for me anyway. So regardless, I was always going to sing and write. And wherever there was something happening, I would go and sing. So I didn't really care whether it was in London or Manchester or whatever, I'd be there, And it really did help me through a lot. So yeah, I didn't push any more until, let me see, 2017 I brought out some remixes from the EP. And then 2018 was when I brought my album out called Walking in the Light. And that's also available
on all digital networks. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But towards the end of that year, my mum got really, really unwell, unfortunately. And she passed in 2019. Which, it was a very, it was bittersweet because at that time I'd been nominated for a GX award for, I think it was Best R&B Soul. Ooh. In 2018. I didn't get the award, but I got it the following year, the year that she passed. And I thought, it's such a shame she didn't see me getting that, but it's what it is. And
then we hit the period that, 2020, we know what 2020 was, man. And
yeah, that was crazy.
So you have birthed an album, an EP in a period of your life where you lost two great people in your life.
Yeah. It was surreal.
Man, yo, wait for that still. I know a lot of people. It's easy when you got sometimes a partner or somebody, a loved one who's in the music, and you just walk into a studio. But to get up and write an album and produce it and sing it, and it's easy to say that this is my output, but to actually get it out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's not easy. It costs money. It costs time. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a piece out of us emotionally to deliver it. So you know what I mean. And then you bring it out there. Big up to Annette B, because I do say her awards is one amazing thing. Because trust me, if you don't get credit for what you do, I tell you what, you'll get a knock on the door from Annette. And you're nominated. Let me do this, man. And people start bugging, well, we don't, but we do appreciate that you see certain things. So as an artist now, based in Birmingham at the time, you've got an EP and an album on CD and on all digital networks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going into COVID period, the 2020 and just don't know what tomorrow brings.
Yeah.
How was it as an artist?
That was a testing time.
Okay.
But to be fair, just to go back to a point that you were saying about music, it is a labour of love. Sometimes you feel like it's a bit of a thankless task.
Yeah.
You can't. I personally can't pay the bills with what I do, but I do it sincerely out of love. For the music itself, and also because of how much of an impact it brings to others who enjoy this type of music that I do. So. So going to the question about what I did during COVID, I worked. I worked very hard. I work in healthcare. I'm a speech and language therapist. I work with adults who have brain injuries. So again, very intensive.
So my wife did that for years, but crazy.
Yeah. So people have had strokes and all kinds of brain injuries. I just did that. I didn't really have much more energy to do a lot more than that. And I don't think, to be fair, I was really processing the grief that that had hit me after my mum had passed. So work then became another kind of fixture for me. And kind of got me through a certain period. And then unfortunately I was ill. It's like a story of Job, this. But yeah, I got really ill, and I had to stop working at the job that I was in. So then it was like, what am I supposed to do now, kind of thing. And funny enough, this is where my songwriting started to happen again, because I'd put the pen down for about a year or so, and I felt an urgency to just write about my experience. And this is where Lift Your Hands Up came, from a period of just like, I'm exhausted, God, what do I do? And it's like, lift your hands up, just surrender, give me all the burdens, whatever it is that's on your mind or what you're carrying, just give it to me. And so I wrote that song and I sent it to a producer. In fact, funny enough, it was an instrumental again. I sent it to a producer to mix and master for me, and 2021, that's when I brought out Lift Your Hands Up single.
Great. So, that's 2021. So, so have you been dropping just pure these singles over the past couple of years? You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to, if you go to Spotify, you know, you hit pure sing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, what? It's like that. But is that Is that because you're wondering, how do I drop an album in this season?
No,
or is it just time and time?
Like I said, you know, during that time, it was like, because so much was going on, and then everything ended up stopping. I think it was then I could just start to cultivate this songwriting again. And funny enough, that was the time when I started to experiment with sounds and things that I used to. In fact, there's a bit of the story that I've missed out with my singing, but I used to do some jazz singing. And this is where some of the scatting and things started to come back into my singing and song. Yeah. I started to put that into my music. No, it wasn't about I haven't put anything out. But I think by then I'd realised I hadn't put anything out for a while. And in fact, I think I put out 2 singles that year. And then nothing the following year. And then I put out Love Always Wins in 2023.
23. Yeah.
As well as, let me see. Yeah, and then it was Heaven.
So, correct me, which one was the one that you collabed with
Charles Murrah?
Yeah.
It was last year, November, I released a song called Heaven. And that's where I really put into words, well, not into words, but I had started to process my grief and look at it through the lens of hope, you know, that I will see my parents again, and there will be nothing that has, you know, is causing them suffering anymore. And so, yeah, that's where Heaven was birthed. And yeah, asking Charles was amazing. It was a weird thing because I met him at the International Music Summit in 2022, I believe it was. Yes. I'm getting the years mixed up now. Yes, 2022. And he liked my style of music. I liked his style of music, and we were like, oh yeah, let's collab. And he told me about his son. He'd lost his son. And through complications of sickle cell. And it was quite a deep conversation, but I just remember like the end of that year, I started to just churn out loads of different songs, and I saw this song and I thought, it needs a male voice in this. It needs a male voice. And I thought, well, yeah, Charles would be great on this. So I sent him the song, and I sang the male part, by the way. It was so funny. I think I ended up sounding like Bill Withers a little bit, but if you know who he is. But yeah.
No, we went to
just the two of us.
All right, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think that's him. But I sent him
which
the
part
track.
him sing? So if you sang the man part, you sang the soprano.
I sang both parts just to kind of give him the idea of what it sounds.
Oh,
should
okay,
sound
I
like.
got you.
And I sent him the lyrics and everything, just highlighting his bits and my bits, and he said he really liked the song. So
cool.
He recorded from his end, sent me his tracks. I passed them on to the producer, did my bits, and yeah, we just released it last November. It did really well, actually. So we're going to be singing that together this year in Dallas.
So you're going to be going over there?
Yeah, in October. Yeah.
Man, I should be going, man. I know I should be going, man. Sis, I'm so sorry for not coming away. You know the worst thing is, I am a bad introvert.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm so introverted. I have to get out of it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an introvert as well, would you believe?
So when you said it, man, I was like, I know the feeling. Just being around people just cringe. Yes, it's cringe for me, people. You know what I mean? Being in the studio like this, you see the studio I'm in now. Yeah. By myself, talking to the screen. Everyone says, how do you talk to yourself? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You just refine the skill of talking to yourself. It says, it's my happy place.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Know what you mean.
I can keep my own company. You know what I mean? As long as I got like internet and I could talk to myself like so. You know what I mean? I'm good. Even though there's I grew up in a family of 4, but that sounds incredible. But how do you do that with a family of 4 when you're born in 8 years of each other? But anyway, that's a whole side note. But no, that's fantastic. So, right, where do you go from here? Priscilla artist. We have gone through a crazy journey of Priscilla. I bet she come out here. I bet she never expected this anyway.
I think there was something that you touched on, wasn't there, about success and it being difficult for UK gospel artists.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go there. Make sure we make. I was thinking, do we go there? No. Okay, UK gospel artists, UK gospel artists. How have you? Because there's the bougie factor that goes on in this world, the gospel. Yeah. You come to choirs, you started the music scene in 2010, 12. Which year did it right? When about there?
2000, let me see. Oh, so as a solo artist.
A solo artist.
2016.
16, okay, cool. Solo artist, but you've been singing. But so it's been almost a decade of solo artists.
Yeah.
Technically, if you're working for a decade in the scene, you should be well known around the world, around the UK.
Exactly, yeah.
Was there easy routes? I'm not saying if it's been easy. Has it been unfair?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
No, guys. Nothing's easy, but I would say I know what unfair is.
Yes. Okay.
You know what I mean? Growing up as the only black youth in the school, I see unfair every day. You know what I'm saying? I see privilege every day. You know what I'm saying? It's harshness of it. Now, we sometimes think in the gospel scene, the purity of Christ covers it all, and everybody has a fair go, and everybody shares the wealth. Yeah. Now, something that's close to my heart is that as DJs, we go, man, she ain't sending the track to us, and we moan. Yeah. But they don't realize that on the other side, you could be just tired of sending music to DJs and they're just not playing your music, not responding, not communicating. And when the DJs go, yo, there's a big tune, you just said, I'm just putting the music out there for myself because I'm just tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The system. So how has it been for you as an artist who is not in any group because your dad's an ex-pastor or, the ones there? So you're just... Not just, but you know what I mean. You're just according to the earthly system. You just Priscilla. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny actually because I had a conversation with another artist within the industry, and she was literally concerned for me. It was like, how come you're not any further on? Like, what's happening? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel that there's many variables. I've always felt like I was like a voice in the wilderness in certain ways, because when I came out, I don't remember there being that many gospel soul or neo
soul,
soul artists.
correct.
I believe there was a lot of grime and all the rest of it going on at the time that I came out. And so when I came out, it was like, well, why aren't you following trends? And I said, I didn't know that I was meant to be.
Wow.
It was all very kind of, it hit me like a sledgehammer, like that I should be kind of jumping through hoops and doing things that according to what the industry dictated at the time. I didn't realize that was a thing. I was just simply singing and putting music out there and hopefully encouraging someone to, you know, even look into having faith in Jesus. And so for me, it was like, wow, I didn't realize I was meant to be doing a specific genre. And so it's funny how as time progressed, there's a lot of young people now who are experimenting with neo soul. They call it new soul.
Yeah.
And there's there's various spring offs from soul music.
Lo-fi.
And so I feel that now, even though, you know, in some people's minds, especially in the industry, that, you know, oh, how is this sellable or whatever it is, you know, I feel that there is a certain way it's coming back. It's coming back round in a circle to this style of music.
Yeah. No, 100%. It is. I can see the full circle going on, sis. 100%.
Yeah. So I've just stuck with it, and you know, I've seen where doors have been open now where there weren't before. I wouldn't say, I don't know if it was just the time that I came out, maybe that perhaps it looked unfair, but you know, to get where I am today, I'd still say I'm still very blessed, you know, to be recognised in the UK gospel industry. Despite the fact that this is not like the most popular genre of music. Would you or would you not say that?
No, agree. I think right, you're not in the strongest zone when it comes to gospel music at this moment in time. The Midlands is an absolute sleeping giant. Its talent is beyond anything else in the UK, and tough luck, because I can say, because me there in Birmingham, and I've actually done the research and I've put out there what has been going on in Birmingham. We are suffering because of the inability of just black music in Birmingham actually going to the next stage. And when it comes to vocalists, a major thing that happened was there were singers, female singers, but there was, when you look at the US rap scene, it's underneath the US gospel singing scene. It still begs to be in that space, even though they do really well, but they can't touch the Kirks, the Mavericks. They can't touch the singing scene. It's just mobilized. The singing scene in the UK from the 60s and 70s and 80s, them guys 90s never had the opportunities because of a number of reasons to establish something. So when the rap scene came over, the rap scene is very strong. The UK rap scene is very, very powerful. It's more number powerful than the singing scene. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of singers, a lot of singers have left their heritage and sang songs outside of their heritage to produce a hit. So industry people that will disagree, which me and you will fight over this year still, I say real recognizes real, be you. Bob Marley was successful because he did reggae with, white band, but he did him thing, what I see too often, other people will do somebody else's thing to try and be, how can we be successful? So a lot of us left to try and do somebody else's thing. And just left the empty space. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's 100% there. But also, you know, being from the Midlands, there's nobody really helping us out. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think that's the other, I mean, like I said, there's many variables, but definitely the location of where we are and the fact that there's no real infrastructure. I mean, if I'm honest with you, when I was singing prior to my solo career, you know, I'd done most of the circuit in Birmingham. I'm going to be honest with you. I went to.
Took it 2
I
weeks.
sang
2 weeks, man.
I did, you know, I've done shows in, you know, some of the major places. Was it Gospel Central?
Yeah, man.
I did, you know, New Testament. I mean, there was just so many places that I've sang at, and I think that maybe as well the arenas or the events that we have on need to be a little bit more out there, you know, to kind of put us on the map. There needs to be an infrastructure. There needs to be better organisation of things.
I think we need to work together more in the Midlands still, to be honest. As not so much Midlands-ish, but big people like ourselves need to be reaching out to each other, working with each other, not to outstage anybody else.
No, of course not.
But it's there to help each other, you know, because as I said, me and the DJs, presenters in the Affinity Extra, you know, we want to work with acts. You know, we go longer doing DJing than a lot of people's careers in the gospel music. You know what I mean? So we love gospel music, but sometimes we feel like we're just not loved. But trust me, if they know that somebody communicates with them, we love them off. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand it's just hard pathways, and we're all doing it on the side as well. So when you're doing it on the side, you run off with the big names and this. And I think from an Afro-Caribbean standpoint as well, influence has creatively diminished over the past 5 to 10 years, which has really made it hard for artists that unfortunately or creatives that are surnames are Moore and Bailey, you know what I'm saying? You know, because we're not coming through at the spaces which other people are coming through. You know
I mean, I know there's a huge debate at the moment with Afrobeats versus dancehall, etc. At the moment,
Afrobeats is a slow down soca.
I've always said that, but
you've always said that. So you know what it is? My
heritage.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know. So,
but yeah, I think for me,
I watched the interview with Buju. Did you?
I haven't seen it yet.
You know what I'm saying? I watched it, and taking all the expletive out is 100% right. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, with Buju, he raises the valid point. You know what I mean? The harshness of it. Dancehall and soca, I say soca, but like dancehall, reggae, you know, reggae, especially reggae, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was a lot more political. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It, you know, when you look at early hip hop, it was political. You know what I'm saying?
It was about empowerment,
empowerment and whatever. The early forms of these black styles of music, I don't see that so much within Afrobeats as such. It's more party time. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's not uplifting the people. But the thing is, you know, I just think our brothers and sisters from Africa just have to get over that. We went over we carried on your sound into the Caribbean, and we just took it to another level. And then you're coming over later. You're just coming after us. You know, just get over it.
But they've done extremely well, and I think you know, not to diminish that success. I still feel though that with any trend or anything, it has its time. So I think what really tests a genre's longevity is just how often someone will replicate that or kind of create different things out of that genre. So time will tell. Really.
100%.
But yeah, I think in terms of the artists, the UK gospel artists specifically, there are many things. It's sometimes it feels as if it's who you know in the industry that will get you further on. I would definitely say if anyone is hoping to become an artist, to do a lot more networking. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you find out exactly how much you need to spend, etc., on producing, mixing, mastering, promoting your work, how much the distribution of things will cost, and all the rest of it, because it does cost. It costs a lot.
Count the cost
financially. And you know, I think unfortunately for music, it's a bit of a Russian roulette. You don't know what's going to make a hit, what's going to be popular until you put it out. So you might have spent a couple grand or 4,000 on putting out your single and only get 30 quid back. It's one of them ones. And then, of course, you've got to try and get onto radio stations. That can also be...
hard.
It can be difficult.
Because you're not in a circle. You know,
It can be difficult because radio stations, the majority of them are about commercialism, aren't they, and making money and what's popular. So unless they're like ones that like to push for grassroots artists and independent artists and underground artists, I think you would find it difficult to get on a mainstream radio station. So you have to kind of be wise about who you send your music to, and develop as many relationships as you can with different DJs and see exactly what they're looking for, so you get it right the next time.
That's old school, because usually we just get an Instagram with a Spotify link. That's the biggest cost for us DJs. You send me, it's not even an MP3 thing, but it's when you send things through a Spotify link to a radio station, you're going, dude, we don't use Spotify. You know what I'm saying? That's how we feel.
Spotify's horrible anyway, but we'll not go there.
You'll say, how much money did it take to himself?
I mean, if you're only getting, as the artist only gets like 0.004 pence per stream, it's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, it's not. I don't even push for Spotify much anymore. It's like get it from Bandcamp or get it from gtracks.net at the moment is the one that I'm pushing for. But
okay. What about Tidal?
Tidal's actually okay. Tidal and iTunes are okay. They're a lot better than Spotify.
That's interesting learning. I play my my music on because obviously I DJ my music through iPad and whatever. So I use my software. I use my everything through my Tidal collection.
Oh.
So
yes.
So all right, cool. So we look after your artists. Yeah, man. We look after you. We pay my subscription. You know what I mean? And lock it in from there, man. But that's calm, sis. Listen, like, but what I will, 100% say to yourself, man, just be encouraged. It's very, very easy to say that, yeah, because we really cool at saying things like that when it comes to in church. Like, it's gonna come good in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And talented, sis. You know what I'm saying? I sing you sing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And anybody who knows Roger. You know what I'm saying? I get knocked off when I hear some people sing out of tune. You know what I'm saying? And she laugh, like I say, it doesn't happen. It happens a lot, and we spend you tell you spent time on your craft. So, 100% just keep at what you're doing. We at Affinity Extra, listen, we're family, man. You just let us know, what you want to get across. And I will always say to artists, the new way as well is for people to understand. That's why I've made sure, Priscilla just did a performance today, and I thought I'd grab in when she's in her hometown, Brum. You know what I mean? Before she can get some real Caribbean food before she heads back down. You know what I mean? She's gonna go to a local spot before she goes down, and before she does that. But I thought I'd grab her, get an interview with her, and just do Roger style, edgy and everything like that. So yeah, because I just feel that there's no. We got to put the personalities into things. You know what I mean?
Course,
as much as what Kurt knocks me off, his character sells.
Yes.
That's a harsh. The journey that he's going through, the madness of his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And his madness in like from when he wrote his book and he said that, you know what I mean? It's running through, like everything's still like that, and he had to sort it out and all his business. He's ran his mess up and his country. Yes, he's controlled it well. Other people get cost for that, like Tanae and all his business. But anyway, but he you know what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
It's
I think
relatable
that,
as well.
relatable, and I think that artists, we just need to know more than just what you're faking out there. You know what I mean? I think 100%, man.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it is easy to fake, isn't it? It's like you got a song out, hey, buy my song, and everyone looks happy and jolly, and you don't really get to know the artist that well. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the joy of having social media as well, is kind of letting people in on, you know, aspects of your life that they probably wouldn't know about.
Not everything.
So I actually I do a bit of gardening now. Do you want to see how my avocado plant is growing? Or yeah.
Listen, that's personal, man. That's so abstract. I'm thinking,
I've got avocado plant growing at home, and
you didn't make that one up. I was like,
sometimes, yeah. And I do.
And we say pear where we come from.
Yeah, I know. I've lost my Caribbean card, haven't I? But yes, natural hair. Sometimes I have natural hair videos. I've just had one recirculated by a company, so that I was advertising. So that was quite nice.
Okay, cool.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, those are little snippets.
Wait. She laughed quick, you know. Why you gonna talk about his curls? You know? She's like there to crack it up, you know. Go with it. Go. But you're old. How you got quills? You should have nothing.
But yeah, it's the power of social media. It's a good thing as well. Like, it does let people in on different aspects of your life that you probably wouldn't necessarily share as an artist. And I see a lot of artists using that or doing podcasts or whatever it is to kind of diversify on their brand.
That's good.
So yeah.
Cool. Just on a little quick note, you know what I mean? You know, you gonna hit us, you know, tell us when your next album's coming out?
So my next album was due to come out this year.
Okay, cool.
But it's going out next year now.
Yeah, next year. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had some issues with, it was just timing, unfortunately. So, so next year my album will be out. I've got 2 songs left to mix and master. And, it's a brilliant album. I personally think it's probably one of my best.
So, you know, people like Mona Priscilla, she doesn't talk to me about anything, yeah? You know what I'm saying? You know, because like they got, you know what I mean, she, you know, I'm not saying I'm Quincy Jones, but you know, but on a 100%, man, my skills and my talent, man, you just holler me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I've been releasing music since 2001. You know what I'm saying? So from when you're born in Christ, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Actually, not even that. From 1999, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, so
I wouldn't have had anything.
You know what I'm saying? So, but no, on the real, like, it's a jungle out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing that hurts my heart is artists. Like, you throw everything into it, and it just doesn't work out.
I've met a lot of them as well, and I have to admit, you know, I have prayed for a lot of artists that are circulating now, and you can see the light is dimming because wherever they thought they were going to get to, they haven't got to, and they've spent a lot of money, and they've tried to knock on every door, and it's just not working. And I know, I get what you're saying, because I think it really is how things are structured in this country and within the industry here. I think we really do need to kind of pick that apart and see what we can do to get artists a bit further on.
And that's why, you know, I'm persevering with me being involved with GMIA. I'm now co-chair alongside Anu Amadei, because, you know, things got to change. You know what I'm saying? And then the way we change it is going to be strategically. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you know what I'm saying, they keep doing what I'm doing with Affinity Extra and the different things I'm doing with mentoring young people. At the same time, I'm digging up the history of UK gospel from the Midlands as well. Yeah. So it's a crazy one, guys.
I think, you know, that's really important, you know, so especially to kind of highlight the talent that's come from Birmingham, you know, around gospel music. I think it'd be really brilliant to kind of give those people a voice.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%.
What was I going to say? But yeah, I completely agree. I think that, you know, a lot more needs to be done. But for me personally, I've never kind of stepped back from traveling or doing anything, and I reach out to people to collaborate all the time. Because generally I'm writing a lot I'm writing all the time.
Crazy.
And you're gonna be fed up with me soon.
No, sis, you go
You're
for it,
gonna
man.
be fed up of hearing Priscilla Bailey
Hey.
songs, but I will start hopefully
We'll
then
see in
writing
Brazil,
for
man.
other
You see
people as
work-
well.
Yeah, it's working for Brazilian. That's a good one as well. Writing for other people. Something
that is
we're
the
scared.
vision.
That's a scary one for people. There's one thing we don't do enough of.
That is the vision.
Is to
for
give
me.
somebody your song.
Yeah.
I know it's hard, but to give them your song.
I
sing
can't
it.
sing them all, so
Okay,
I've
cool.
got a lot. I've got a lot.
You must write a
but
lot, man.
I do. I do.
Goodness
I
sake.
really do. So
avocado
yeah.
pay.
So I mean, there's so many other things in my brain that I want to get involved in. Even if it's sync licensing for like film or whatever.
Come on now.
And yeah, like I said, writing for other artists. But yeah, I can see this going much further than me just singing on the stage. Let's just say that. So,
100%. Listen, guys, we have just had a quality time. can't even see the clock. I know I've broke every record out here. You know what I'm saying? We had a great conversation. We might get 2 to 2 billion views on this. We may get cancelled after this video. Just talking about truth. No, it won't get cancelled. People to start crying. You know, people are crying. I think, sis, thank you. You know, she don't know me from Adam, literally. She don't know me talk, you know, and we just, you know, so if you think that was you know, nah, we don't know each other like that still, but I feel like, you know, I get her journey. I just appreciate your time, and I really genuinely want to say that, you know, us as Affinity Extra, we, you know, I understand the struggles, and we want to be there for you as an artist, and we want to be there for you. Since you bringing out the album, talk to us from early. Tell us your plans, what you want to do next year.
I will do.
You know, we want to be doing. We can support you. We want to support artists out there. You know, that's not just Priscilla, but we're here to support artists. But you know, I'm specifically saying Priscilla, so you guys can hold it against me. And say, you know, I'll help her next year. You know what I mean? But you as an artist, I would advise, as you come in an album, you need to be talking to heads of stations if you can, like myself and Nard, DJ Nedlocks, not just to get your music onto there. What are they doing? What do they know? Because we get asked about gigs that are coming up, who artists are ready, which way. So if we don't know, we can't suggest
True.
you. There's a lot of things where I get dragged into awards, nomination lists, and all this business and whatever. And people going, oh my God, I should call Roger tonight now, because you know. But you don't realize over the past 3, 4, 5 years, I've been heavily influencing nomination lists in the UK and USA.
it's amazing.
But I can get myself in trouble for that one. But that's just the way life is. You know what I'm saying? We do influence. So we know that you're bringing out something next year. We're excited. We could even say to you, don't release it on such a day. Do it a bit more early. Be cool.
Yeah.
We can do a special launch for you.
Yeah.
We can support you do that. Because you maybe feel you're alone, you can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm giving a load of ideas. You know, we should be calling back. But I'm just throwing it out to guys, and I'm doing public about that, because not only that we will do it with Priscilla, is that we want to do it with artists, but you just got to communicate with us. At least don't let's get that text after Spotify. We're afterthought then. And it's like, yeah, you missed the boat here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So from early, man, talk to us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Roger.
That's
I
calm,
really
man.
appreciate the support and for inviting me here as well. I mean, it's just been a really great day. Really enjoyed even performing at the event.
Yeah, man. Now it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. But listen, guys, this is Roger alongside the lovely Priscilla Bailey. You know what I'm saying? We got them dulcet tones from Birmingham out of her right at the end, man. She was talking in a Brummy tongue. But no, we do appreciate it. Listen, man, check Priscilla Bailey out on all digital networks, specifically Tidal,
gtracks.net.
Yeah.
And
Bandcamp.
And Bandcamp.
Can't buy. Don't go to Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Go on, you know what I mean? And you can buy it on iTunes. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, not so much iTunes, but music anyway on Apple anyway. But anyway, everybody knows who got Apple phones. But do support yourself. We'll put all the links in the description. Support the lovely Priscilla. Play her tunes then when you're vibes at night and you want to prepare for the next day. You're nice. You don't want no hard tune there.
Exactly.
She's the vibes, man. Listen what love, sis. Yeah? God
Vibes
bless
and
you.
Christ.
Yeah. Amen. She's about to rap on me now. Blessings, people.
Hey, this is your Bishop. This is your Bishop from Rock Solid. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking and subscribing and also sending these videos to other people as well. We are so hungry to get your support. So remember, check us out on our website, and also check us out on Insta and wherever you want to find us on Spotify. You can play us all day as well. And just make sure that you are supporting this channel, that we are developing our agenda towards music of black origin, and that is gospel music with a message. So please walk with us on this journey. Bye now.